Hey guys, Asande here doing another audio commentary. And yeah, today I'm going to bring you set 3 of the Pro League tryouts. So, not exactly sure what these Pro Leagues do. Obviously, these games basically decide who's going to play and who's not to some point or something. I don't know how extreme it is. I don't think if you lose, you don't play or something. But yeah, being the smart commentator I am, it took me till game 3 to realize that this is between We Made Fox and Eastro. Took me also till game 3 to realize that We Made Fox playing Eastro was not just a coincidence. So yeah, this is actually between Sea.Really the Terran player and Gogo the Zerg player. As you see, Gogo spawning in the top middle position in the blue Zerg, and Sea.Really spawning in the bottom rightish position, about the 5 o'clock position, in the green Terran. So this is a TVZ matchup on actually the map Destination. Obviously, these map makers have been crazy busy. This has been crazy how many new maps they've been able to come up with in such a short period. I thought Coliseum, Andromeda, Wuthering Heights, and Othello would last a little longer than they did, but they don't even look like they're going to last into the next seasons that'll be starting up very shortly. Obviously, Pro League tryouts are a sign that the Pro League's getting underway, and OSL and MSL are already kind of on their way, definitely going to be getting going. So this game means a lot more than kind of the downtime Samsung Khan battle and OG and Sparky's battle, which were just from fun and silly games. But this one obviously means a lot more, so these players are going to basically duel it out. Sea.Really and C are not the same person, but yeah. So if you really like C, then you like Sea.Really, or I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, actually 2 last games, they were both Terran versus Terran, and let's just say I've seen enough Wraiths for a couple days, and then like if I see another Wraith, I might get really excited. I mean, really. Anyways, just non-stop Wraith action in the first 2 games. They were both TVT. All 4 players double starport Wraiths. Does look like Gogo will be opening up with a 12th hatch here, and the SCV is now on the way. This SCV will see the Overlord. I believe this is just a 2-person map. This SCV will see the Overlord gonna go, and seeing the Overlord is only a big deal if you were trying to see which angle it was coming from, if it was more than a 2-person map. But I think this is just a 2-person map. It does look like Sea.Really will, if it's really important, if you can keep this scout alive, this SCV scout alive, keeping your scout alive can really slow down the Zerg. Actually, a reason why the Zerg players have been going to 9 pools more often. This is kind of old news, but anyways, I'll say it. Have been going to 9 pools really to take care of the probes. Versus Protoss, obviously against the Terran, SCVs are a little slower and a little easier to track down and kill. But really, keeping that SCV alive can really hurt a Zerg. Now gonna try to just harass and be a pain with the spawning pool drone, forced to come off the line and try to kill that SCV. But obviously SCV ownage against any other worker. So a fast command center going up there for Sea.Really. This can really pay off for a Terran. I feel it's a very safe and standard build and should be used more often. I mean, it's very common, but anyways. But obviously, from what he scouted a 12th hatch, just more drones coming up here, and just Lings will be on their way shortly. But obviously, he feels that really if Gogo puts early pressure on, then he could be in trouble, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Obviously, you don't want to expand fast if you see a 9 pool, but it can be effective against 12th hatch. Lings are on the way here to calm down and see what he is up to, and it doesn't. So if he can, hopefully he can finish this command center before these Lings get on the way, or his command center and his natural expansion will just be delayed that much more. If you can pick off that SCV making the command center, then you can actually slow down the Terran slightly, a slight bit. Actually, not a huge deal if you're just a U.S. player, BattleNet player. That's kind of biased, U.S. player. I guess Idra would have a problem with that. Actually, a very nice player. But yeah, he does look like he will pick off that SCV making the command center. That's just going to put more pressure on Sea.Really, just going to put him that much more behind. Just about that 15 seconds really comes up in pro gaming. It actually does matter. Spire going up and already tech to layer there, so we are going to be seeing, does look like we will be seeing Mutalisk here from Gogo, and having a hard time remembering these names. That's why I keep going and but and whatever. SCV Scout getting in here and really just going to be able to stay alive. Marines are actually on the field here. Maybe if they can put some early pressure. And it does look like a hatchery is going up right outside of Sea.Really's base. But yeah, this kind of reminds me of Blue Storm, where your standard place to expand is by your opponent's base on those over the ridge. You know what I'm talking about. On those, but actually probably why he's putting the hatchery down here, it makes it really nice to reinforce Mutalisk, because I think that's what we are going to be seeing Mutalisk here, so I think that's why that's why he's probably putting that expansion there, just to be able to reinforce. But yeah, he's going to read this perfectly. Actually, Sea.Really is going to actually be able to make a third barracks here, and making the eBay. He's going to throw up missile turrets to help defend against these Mutalisks. SCV scouting still alive here, really just pacing around the screen. More Marines and medics, and actually maybe if Sea.Really decided to put pressure on now, he could actually deal some damage. But it doesn't look like he's actually just going to kind of chill outside the base. Doesn't look like that's what he's going to do. But from what he's scouting, he obviously knows Mutalisks are on the way. About 7 Mutalisks will be popping out, so about 7 or 8 Mutalisks here. Just a group of them will be coming towards his base. It looks like missile turrets will be up, but barely in the timing. Ling's going to get wrong way, obviously. Yeah, they know they went the wrong way. Just going to get basically killed by those Marines. Mutalisks are out here, and Mutalisks play a key part versus Terran, obviously. Mutalisks, very maneuverable. They play a role of keeping the Terran in his base while you go to Lurkers or go to Ultralists. Just go to late game tech while you can keep the Terran in his base. These Marines and medics are going to try to catch these Mutalisks outside the base and get some easy Mutalisk kills there, but I'm sure the Mutalisks will head to the main or natural base. Missile turret's going to help hold this off. Often, you do see that from a Zerg player. If you see a fast expansion from a Terran, it can be very useful to get the quick Mutalisks out so you can have more things to micro against. Getting SCV kills is a key part, and actually kind of getting trapped. Those missile turrets are getting some easy shots up on the Mutalisk here. So we're going to see what kind of micro Gogo does have. Obviously, I would not recommend for Battle.net players to go Mutalist very often, just because it can be very frustrating and very hard with the lag. It's very hard to micro Mutalist with lag, and obviously we don't have the micro they do. If you're not playing on land latency, I'd stay away from Mutalist, but you can still have fun with them, I mean. Marines just going to try to push away these Mutalists. Actually, decent control so far here. Really just trying to keep the Terran in the base. That's all the Mutalists are going to do. If you want to see great Mutalist control, you should check out Jadong or Jolizerg. Both incredible at their Mutalist control. It's what makes them so fun to watch. Jadong actually basically remade the Blue Storm map because of his Mutalist micro. But this is beautiful Mutalist micro here, picking off the Marines while they try walking down this ramp. Blood everywhere. Marines are falling, getting SCV kills and Marines. This is very impressive micro from Gogo. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth one more time. Sea.Really, looking at his face, you know he feels in trouble here. He's in a lot of trouble, actually. Really, just he hasn't been able to. He hasn't really scouted for a second here because he doesn't know. I mean, because he can't even get out of his base. Absolutely contained to his base. Mutalisks run away for a second, now coming back, but it does look like Gogo going to throw, or Sea.Really going to throw up a factory and another barracks. Going to try to come in here and pick off the rest of these Marines. Very impressive micro. Going to be able to pick off the rest of those medics. So now it's just Marines. And yeah, I am very impressed with Gogo's micro so far. Missed a couple missile turrets. Without these missile turrets, Sea.Really would be in even more trouble. But SCVs are going to be forced to run away there. Wandering SCV trying, barely doesn't get out. And this is what I was talking about. Map control and holding the Terran in the base plays a key part in TVZ when the Zerg chooses to go Mutalist. Going to come in here and try to pick off these missile turrets, and I think he has enough Mutalists to pick off these missile turrets, starting them all on fire almost. Now going to come here to this wandering missile turret, this ISO, this solo missile turret, pick that off. Poor missile turret doesn't have any support. Now he's forced to mine only on the side minerals, and he's in a lot of trouble. All the missile turret support has went down. Marines and medics are going to be forced to just basically stick in the economy line here, but just falling SCVs left and right. This is 100% beautiful micro here by Gogo. I am very impressed with this, and yes, he really is in a lot of trouble. Obviously, players and coaches looking on must be impressed with what this guy has brought to the table today. Sea.Really a strong Terran player, and Gogo really just ripping him apart right here. Obviously, you see Sea.Really's face. You could just see his I guess not, he wasn't smiling, but his normal face go to like a sad face almost. So frustrating loss for him. You never want to lose to Mutalisk. It's just very frustrating. But yeah, he will lose that game. So very nice play by Gogo. That's all I can say. This has been some fun TVZ action on Destination. This is Set 3. Look forward to me commentating Set 4. And that's all I got. So this is Sunday signing out. Thanks. Bye.
그렇죠. 굉장히 과감하게 성근 하나로 버텨주는 그러한 센스의 경기 전에 김현중 감독께서 기대한다. 앞으로 굉장히 기대하고 있다. 라는 말이 허언이 아니었습니다. 그만큼